So this is what we have. We have MetaCTF. And what I did today, or I just went to the start page. So when I log in to MetaCTF, I get this page. And I can go to, this is a CTF competitions one. And Antisyphon cyber range here is apparently moving to this. So I can just read it. Also, I got access. I don't know why, and I don't know how long I've had it without knowing. I would have liked to do it. I had access for a week, but I think I was sick and used like 3 days of it, and it was fun. But I could have done more. But now we have 3.5 weeks of both of these. Was created as an affordable hands-on environment for security professionals to learn and practice new skills. The challenges cover a wide range of categories and difficulty levels. Your access to cyber range includes a ACT certification. So if we click that, allowing you to demonstrate your expertise to colleagues, management, and HR personnel. Please note that the Antisyphon cyber range is transitioning to a new platform, MetaCTF OnDemand Labs, which you can access above here. The new platform includes a new UI, additional content, learning modules, and more. Most of your score and progress has already been transferred to the new platform. And yesterday we could see, let's see, that's not with me logged in. This is the one we clicked up yesterday, right? So this link is specific to me. So it says I've solved 131 challenges here, but that's not really the sum of these. So I'm kind of thinking maybe this is MetaCTF total. I don't know. Anyway, I noticed we really need to do some binary exploitation, right? So the old thing, or whatever we call it, let's open both and close the old one. So this is the normal, well, I guess what they're transitioning from, right? And it looks like this. We have challenges, tools, techniques. Well, we can read here: Python, file formats, cyber defense analyst. Very short, all challenges. So here it's 131 of 444, right? So let's check this out. It's a bit more confusing, and this seems, oh, so you can't click these yet, at least, but there's weekly challenges here that you can click, and I'm assuming that I will get like green thingies here if I get those. But I checked yesterday and confirmed that we don't stream the weekly challenges, right? Because these are, yeah, special. So we'll have to check when we do all challenges that we don't do the 2 new ones. And they seem to be from like April or something. So that was the dashboard, yeah. So getting started. I think I TTS'd this yesterday. Anyway, what I had up at the start, if you might have seen, it's the old challenges here. No, it's topics and tags. So it's the screen only. We can see all of them at the same time if we want to. Topics, tools, concepts, programming languages. Yeah, so this was the one that only had Python under it and so on. Work roles. Yeah, with this one only. So I wonder if this is my progress. Yeah, so this one says 80%. Anyway, yeah, this is 80. 81. What did we have in the other one? 131. So I don't know if it's getting moved over or whatever. Anyway, if you haven't been on MetaCTF, they also have we can register for the June CDF here. Let's do that. And you just type whatever your name is. And we can add something here, but I'm just gonna do food support too for both. And I can fill. I have to fill this in. Okay, let's just do ID specialist. Oh, I can see what I've typed there before, so I think I did so in training. Yeah, I even misspelled it. Doesn't matter. So, just my name, so and right. So we have signed up for next month. Yeah, so it's in the list, and these are free, of course. So, yeah. So if you click the compete now, it's 20 days and 7 hours for 3 minutes and 60 seconds until this. And they have you have 2 hours to do 5 different tasks, and the categories differ which one is easy, but it's like from easy to too hard for anyone, really. Maybe. But last month, let's actually YouTube, and Antisyphon and MetaCTF both had a cooperation making a stream with the solutions. So that was a great thing. Antisyphon, MetaCTF. So here, and hahaha, we actually have those in the stream title. That's funny. So we only get the Antisyphon hits, but MetaCTF has their own channel too. So 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 7 days ago, but this is May. I think these are all the same, and this actually happened once so far. It's not happened twice, I believe. Yeah. So whatever, MetaCTF also has one channel with the same stream, so they stream together on both. So what if we go channel? Other people do stuff here too, but here we have the MetaCTF. Now they have 411 subscribers. I think it's a new one. So let's see videos live. Here we can see the live 7 days ago. So maybe it's been more than once then. So anyway,
hey there, everyone. Daniel Lauer.
Oh, sorry, that was loud. Very loud. So they went through the different ones, and as you can see, it's like reverse and stuff, and what could be at the end. Yeah, so some stuff is easier, some is more complicated, and I didn't actually do this one. I missed it. But I was just pointing out that you can join these, right? And that it's free. You just make an account on MetaCTF. And also, Antisyphon has their cloud labs here. Oh yeah, so this is for the CTFs. You don't have need to have your own VM because they will give them to you. I'm just checking. I shouldn't have any credits there because it should be removed at the end of the competition, I think. Anyway, and these, as I said, the first time I did it, I did 2 of them. The 2 well, two of them, and I think I almost did a third. But the next time, I think I've just done one. So the difficulty goes up quite quickly with doing these. I mean, the normal ones on, yeah, here, these two. And sorry, I forgot the most important thing. Practice CTF environment. All the old ones, they hop into this free one. This is totally free. Just create an account on MetaCTF. And you have a lot of problems here that you can just do. And it doesn't cost anything. What I'm going to do now, it is a thing that costs money. So lots of different challenges here. And here I haven't done a lot of them. I just checked it out. Yeah, and this is a kind of the same look as. Let's hop to the new one, right? Because this was the old one, and they're transitioning to the new one. So let's do this. I'm curious if this updates from that too, because it still says, this one says level 7 and the old one said level 8 for me here, right? So they'll probably hop it over or something later. Also, this one was called, no, I went back. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Nah. Oh, so we can also toggle the navigation. Okie dokie. So if I just mouse over it, I like this because then we can go also to this topics thingy and we can get them bigger. I made a screenshot of this before stream. So what should we do? It's time to get started. Should we do all challenges? Should we do a certain theme? I think this is actually not easy, even though I think I'm quite good at Python. It was not easy, I remember. Binary, we've done the least stuff. Forensics is almost finished. So kind of, maybe we should finish what's almost finished first. Or we should just hop to all and just do them from the top. We did one yesterday when I realized I had access to this again. So I don't know. I kind of think it's okay to have the navigation because the lines become very long, right? And if I zoom this page, we'll also get bigger text, of course. Something like that, maybe. It's quite tiny. I'm thinking I want people on phones to be able to read the screen. That's my goal. So the one we did yesterday was 75, I think, points. It was the easiest level of thing. But it was also at the top. No, there's actually one for 25 points. I think it might be Google skills now, because I googled Hashmi, of course. This is what we did yesterday. So the only thing we have to keep track of here is that we don't do one that's actually in the weekly challenges, and they're quite new. So five, 9, 5, 2, 5, 6, 5, 2, 5, 9, 14, 21, 28, 6, 4. Okay. So if I went to the very bottom, so it's all May. I have problems with this kind of date because I don't get why the month is not between the day and the year. That's how we do it in Sweden. You know, month, day, right? Oh, and here's the release date. Oh, so this is when someone did it. Okay, because it wasn't released, and I get it, I get it. So these are the dates that I was looking for. So I was quite sure there was stuff in April. So they're from April, right? And some from May, and one from now. And I'm resisting and not doing this because we're not allowed to stream that, obviously, right? We don't want to break stuff for people. Um, I'm curious why I have 80% on forensics. So let's do something in the middle there. I try to download a picture. Can you open it? Fix. Oh gosh, I remember. Is this a zip file? Oh. Yeah, so since you have to pay here, these are people who paid to access these early. And I haven't paid for anything. I just got it. I don't know why I got it now. But I noticed it yesterday, so I thought we have to stream it, right? Especially with this new cool look. Let's just do all of them and see what looks fun. Portal under inspection. 79 people solved it. You need to urgently log into the facility admin portal to reactivate the security system. Can you figure out a way to log in? And the category is web exploitation. Yeah, why not, right? And here we can see if you submitted something, 0 out of 50 submissions. You don't have infinite chances. You can just like try and brute force them. Info. So, admin portal. So we log in here. We try admin, of course, right? Login fails. So what if we don't put a password? Please fill out this field. A. Login failed. Login failed. Login failed. Yeah, so should we do this? We'll open it on the Kali VM. I'm gonna log in there, by the way. Logins. We definitely want to see what's happening in the background using burp, you know. So let's open Firefox and burp. And while it starts, we can look at this little page. Script function. If enter username admin and enter password, login successful. Okay. Isn't this easy? Okay. Well, we'll see, we'll see. So not admin, but admin. We have the password in the code. Yes. That's how easy it was. I'm like, what? So as you see, there are very simple ones. We just looked here while I was starting where I was gonna check it out. And at once we saw that there was an if enter username is admin and enter password is inspecting the code. So we even have the flag already here. We didn't have to log in because that's what we got here. Yeah, should I close that one? I'm curious to see though if it updates. I don't think it updates. So we have done 2 more now, right? Using this thing. But what did update is this, because I checked before. I did one yesterday, and then I couldn't find myself in here to check like if the numbers are the same on both. But after we did one, it worked, right? So now this is on the list here. 82 it says. 82, I guess, the challenges completed. So let's go back to this. Yeah, so the reason I started streaming at like 15 instead of 13 today is because it's a national day of Sweden. So we've been like cleaning the house instead of working. We don't celebrate that day. It's like, why? They actually started having it as a holiday when me and my hubby worked in Ireland at Camp Care Center Fund Support in 97, 98 somewhere. And then we were like, oh yeah, we'll get another holiday day, another red day, because all the other people, there was an international EMEA call center in Ireland. We worked at the same job first on Comeback in Sweden, but it moved. So that's how I ended up in Ireland. But we just lived there for a year. Um, yeah, so the funny thing was all other countries, they had so many more red days. So we in Sweden, we were like, oh gosh, we're on the bottom of the list, right? The least holidays of all countries in EMEA. This is horrible. We want more. They're off all the time. Why can't we have more days? And then they said, yes, Sweden is going to get the natural day is going to be a red day. We're like, yes. And then they're like, oh yes, we remove this day instead. So we didn't get an extra day. They just moved from something religious to that. I don't care about religious stuff either. So if it's not Christmas, right? You want to celebrate it, and it's called not called Christmas. It's called Jul in
1000
Swedish.
quadrillion good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Panda? Everything good? I'm just complaining about Sweden having too few holidays. We don't have enough red days. This is one though. But when they added this one, they removed another one. And I was working at Compact Care Center in Ireland then. And it was an international EMEA call center with all kinds of, nationalities. And we were we had the least holidays. And we were going to get one more and we didn't because they removed another one. Horrible experience. Oh, the only holiday we celebrated there, by the way, was the waffle day. We made waffles. We actually missed when we lived in Ireland. We were like coding on our Amigas when it was New Year's Eve, and we missed the New Year's. But oopsie. Yeah, my door is closed. I noticed my hubby and one of the kids, they drove to the dump with some stuff. So that's what I've been doing earlier today. So good morning. Yeah, good afternoon, maybe. Let's do another one. So ABC, ECS 1, 2, 3, and also this is reconnaissance now. ABC, ECS 1, 2, 3. We use passwords to safeguard data and systems. We would like to think that everyone uses secure
Stuck on the phone at
passwords.
work, troubleshooting a laptop display that doesn't work after loading to Windows.
Oh, so it's just black? I'd use the switch screen keys. Try plugging in an external monitor and see if that's where it is. So, we would think everyone uses secure passwords.
Black for the end user, I can access it remotely.
Okay, okay. Yeah, but that's the same thing. If you access it remotely, you will end up on this one that's active. It might not happen to be the screen that's active for the user. You know, it could think that there's another monitor connected. You have these hard-coded buttons on your laptop, right? So let's just get mine open. Oh my god. What horrible things do I have here? Oopsie. You can make me do IRL streaming, but my knee is a little bit off, so I won't do that now. I should really disable that one. Maybe I should increase it to at least 100,000 points. Let's open StreamerBot and disable the running because I can't do that today.
Ha 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 ha, maybe.
Translated from
So
Tagalog.
let's see here. IRL stream running. Let's disable that there. So sorry, it's not enabled anymore. 100k channel points sounded scary. Let's see. Let's actually read this one now. We use password to safeguard data systems. We would like to think that everyone uses secure passwords. But that's not always the case. What is a password that the CIA used to secure the virtual machine that held hacking tools that were stealing? Leaked. And because we don't want to like cheat. CIA virtual machine hacking tools stolen leaked. Hacking tools was a result of woeful lack security. This is just Google, you know. I hated when they had to do this. Strictly necessary. Story. And password. I don't think it's in this one. And what's the time? 2017. So phrase not found. They won't say give the password without saying password, right? ChatGPT would be too shitty here, right? Most of the sensitive cyber weapons were not compartmented. Users shared system administrator level passwords. There were no effective removable media controls, and historical data was available to users indefinitely. The report continued. So where's the report? Furthermore, where's the report? Not just CIA, so that's other stuff. So, and we can make a more. What was the password? Leaked. Used. Leak. Used in CIA. Includes, not, doesn't include in the CIA word. Placed 0 online. You can also Google if you want. Password 123 ABCDEF. Is this it? Let's just try. We have 30 attempts, and this looked like a password, and it was correct. So, do we want to research this more? So, while we check out the next one, we can TTS this bit, right?
Many have heard of Joshua Schultz. This man is accused of draining the top-secret hacker tools belonging to the CIA. Schultz is currently under arrest, and his case is being dealt with by a court. During a recent meeting, several interesting details emerged regarding the practices of the American intelligence service. According to the prosecution, Joshua Schultz stole extremely valuable and confidential materials directly from the CIA, after which he transferred them to WikiLeaks for distribution. U.S. federal prosecutors are seeking one thing: to imprison Schultz for life. However, the defendant's lawyer Sabrina Shroff categorically disagrees with this position, who repeatedly drew the court's attention to extremely faded evidence against her client. According to the case file, PDF, Schultz worked under the pseudonyms King Josh and King Josh 3000, and he used them during the period when he held the post of system administrator in the CIA. The whole situation with access to the secret tools of such a serious intelligence agency raised certain questions, one of which sounded quite justified: how bad the CIA protects such information and files. And now the most interesting thing is the password from the virtual machine on which the aforementioned tools were stored was simply a classic of weak credentials 123 ABCTF.
Yeah, I don't think
And the
this
root
will
login from the main
update
dev LAN server was
until
no better. My
they are
sweet server.
done, so we can just close that. Oh. Yeah, so one of the people who liked what I sent yesterday. Oh, right, I had some stuff up here too. So, new stuff from Siren. She's always with nice things on her webpage, and it's a bit interesting look of it, right? So, assume breach reference. I'll have to look through this. And she also has a YouTube video. Maybe, I don't know. Sirensecurity.io. Check that out if you haven't already. So I'll keep that up. Then I think the other one was Swedish. What's this? Oh yeah. Yeah, I had the problem of dragging these and they ended up on top of each other all the time. But then I learned that I could right click and remove from group instead of having to drag them out again at least. I'm thinking of disabling, or maybe I should just start using it. Obviously, the other one was gone. No, here it is. No, it's not in Swedish. You know that Windows Sandbox always stays in a light and bright theme, even though your host is set to a nice and shiny dark theme. Got a solution for you. So, you should look at it later. Rather, should I read the rest? I've got a solution for you. I could teach it in 30 seconds, but I wanted to do some wider strokes. So in less than 5 minutes, including a couple of sips of coffee, you'll nail it. Forever, maybe. And at least until Microsoft changes things around again. Here's a dirty bit post on Threadhunter's Chronicle blog. What was that speaking? Bring your own versus pseudo response. Yeah. He's one of the ones having this podcast I showed.
I
The,
never finish anything. That's right, I
there
have a
was the
black belt in martial arts.
500 episode thingy the other week. A true sec. Oh, why is my chat not scrolling anymore? I never finish anything. I don't believe you, Panda. Partial arts. That's too bad. Such a bad joke. Yeah, if I say that to my autistic 70-year-old, I think he'll think it's funny. I'll do that. I'll send it down. Sorry for not laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Location services. And this one has 632 solves. And the last two ones had like 60, 50-ish. Maybe it's because those were new to this platform. Right, I should remember to check the date, right? We don't want anything 2025 or 4 or 3. 3, 4, 5, I think. 6. 4, 5, 6, maybe. Well, months. Someone cracked a database containing information gathered from location services. Trying to bring awareness on how scary location services can be in the wrong hands. I don't have more tabs on now. Do some OSINT on the attached CSV file. Where does this person most likely attend school? Oh, I already looked at this one. It is a mess. Format for the flag is 4 words with spaces. So the location is 4 words with spaces. Let's see, I think I might have submitted stuff to this. 1. This is not even 4 words with spaces. I just guessed something close to some GPS location. So maybe this was added and maybe I didn't read it. Should we go for it? I mean, it's the top one. So also I have new stuff. for CSVs. I haven't got any Microsoft Office at all. I'm free. Free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It must be done. Why did nothing happen when I clicked it? What? Nothing happened. It did happen. It just didn't pop up. So, English, and we just assume that it's reasonable. To start temporarily with a fresh user profile, I'll go to restore non-working LibreOffice. Let's actually remove this little show tips. I think I've so far opened like 3 things. This looks bad, right? This is not, I don't think this is correct format. Yeah, let's try again. And now we got it up. That was interesting. So why is this so tiny? So standard, 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 standard. So we kind of know what it is, right? Or don't we? This, there should be three numbers. Is this all the, this is not all the data. I'm just opening the folder, right clicking and opening it and open with Notepad so we can see what the file actually looks like. Okay, so this is the last one is a time. We couldn't see it before, right? This is what it's like. Right, and the GPS coordinate is 2, not 3. Why did I think 3? It's not like we have a height, right? But this was confusing. So we want comma to be the same. So this separated by comma is the one that it is, but also space and not semicolon and not colon, which it had here by default, and that's why the time got separated. Okay, but we can live with that. We have comma and space. It has 2 separated for some stupid reason. Like comma, comma, space, space. So this comma we want to remove, and that's, we can just delete this. So now we have the time as a time. That's better. So we can just delete these. Now we know why they were there. Delete colors. And let's make it bigger. Maybe not that crazy big. So let's think here.
Chameleon.
Yeah, so it's not as much data. It was much more data when I looked at last. This is not as much data. Oh, so imagine school. What times are you in school, right? So let's sort it on times. Also, is there any dates that we should want to remove? Are they not even sorted? They're not sorted at all, are they? So let's make headers, and let's call this what? That's interesting. Copy, paste. What happened before then? Date, time. So this seems to be, let's just sort. So I'm not comfortable with this yet. I only use Google Docs and Sheets. And I'm trying to use local, but I don't know why I did this time, because it's easier to open the CSV, I guess. But let's see, data sort. And we want to say, we want to sort on time. Yes, that's what I wanted. But I was thinking, let's actually sort on date first, because it wasn't sorted at all, this. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So 6 a.m. Let's sort on time first. So data sort time. And let's just remove all the times that you're probably not in school, right? And assume that this time is correct, because otherwise it wouldn't be the right difficulty. So when will you start school? So possibly let's make sure, right? So from 9, let's say that people start school at 9. So we just let's hide these. We don't need to delete them. I'm sure you can hide. No hide. I want to hide these. Hide rows. So it just depends on where I click. And from 9 to, I mean, school, I'm thinking from 6, after 17, you shouldn't be in school, right? Maybe even an hour earlier. From here, maybe. Let's just get rid of these two. And when I right click there, I get other things. So now we have from 9 to this. So now sort on these. Let's sort on those. So data, sort on chord. So let's also not show the full darn thing, because it's, you know, and these need to be so aligned to the other side. Where's alignment there? So now we can see easier. 8, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's get rid of the 9s. 8, 9. It's not a lot, but I don't know, there wasn't a lot of 9, it was 3. Maybe this is not a smart thing to do, but oh, right, I forget I have to click here. That's a funny thing, having different options. So how would you get information? I'm thinking there are smarter ways to do this. Maybe I should even sort on time again. Let's sort on time again. Data. By the way, 82, 83 is not as common. So let's hide those two. Then we have 84 until here. Then we have 85 until here. 86. Yeah, most of it is 86, I think. And then we have 87 to here, and 88 and 89. Yeah, I'm gonna just like delete all the ones that are meaning I hide them. That's not 86. We have more tries, you know, if we fail. And we didn't use this one at all yet, so let's sort on that instead. The other coordinates. So 85. Oh, right. It's negative, that's why. 85 is just 1. So there must be in school all the time, right? 96, 96, 96, 96. Everything is 96. 82, 82, 82 until here. Then we have 181 and 180 and 178 and a few 76s and a few 75s. So let's just hide all of those. And I still have the right click out here. So how far apart are these coordinates? So 86, 46.86. We also have 0 on these. And here we have zeros too. So 860 even. And here 825. All of them are 825 except for this one. So let's sort on this one again. All of these are 825, 3 even. 3, 2, 1. Most are 3. So let's mark these as green. Oh, it had green already. It's yellow, but I don't care. It looks green on the black background. Oh, this one is pretty though. I just wanted a little. No, I want white text. Whatever. And then we start on this one again. So I could have just sent it to ChatGPT and asked something, but I want to do these manually because it feels like cheating otherwise. So 08, 8608, 8608, and then we have 8609. Those are the most common ones. So let's do those green too. That's the most common one. And then we have a few here which are both. So let's guess, and these times are 14, 11, 12, 9. So they're spread over the school day. What do you think? So if we do, let's copy these. And it did it again. We got an image of it. That's what happened before. So I want to Control C, click here, and Control V. So if I drag it instead, no? Why did it differ? So I'm thinking that these three last digits, 5, 3, there. Let's try this. So Google coordinates. No. Okay. Maps. What did it say? Hmm. So they go to school at Giant Panda Chinese restaurant. That's definitely right. Or is it Applebee's Grill and Bar? So it's definitely Applebee's Grill and Bar they go to school in, right? Business furniture. So these look like, yeah, this is why I don't think this is one it's very fun. I've looked manually at different numbers before. So let's see what happens if we change just one of the digits. So I'll paste this again and I'll change this one to a 4. And we remember that we're at the top here and see how far we go by changing one of the 4 down. Okay. So if you delete one step, 2 steps in both. So 46, 86, 96, 82. Then we go over here. So less precision. So nearby restaurants, hotels, and why can't I see more things? It's nothing more. What's that? Oh, it's what layers I have on. The annoying thing is that this does not change the text size, but I think this changes the text size. And then I can zoom out, and then we see more text, even though we see a bigger area. Tricking it a bit. So here's a spot. So if we see a school, so what does even a school look like? This looks like a pizzeria to me. We have our care clinic, pharmacy, marathon, EDM. I mean, we're so far away now. So let's school at and this is so far off. So it definitely didn't understand this. What if I do that? It still gets the same one. We have 1.7 instead of minus 96. Why is it even minus? GPS minus coordinates. Oh, let's check GPT it. I have these coordinates. Okay. I didn't paste any image. And I'm looking for a school nearby. Any thoughts? CTF. So now we're
What's
in the
CTF
right
for?
area. Capture the flag. We're doing a MetaCTF task here. So we got this file and we're supposed to find a school with 4 words with spaces. School name. Where does this person most likely attend school? Office school district office. That's not a school, is it? It's an elementary school. Circle of 9 schools. South East. Career and Technology Center. That's not a school. Central Cass High School. Northern Cass High School. Northern Cass School. See if we can find this one, which is the first one on here. So to keep that one, I'm duplicating so we can compare, right? So here is where we're at, approximately. And if we do this, That's a school district, obviously, right? And we're not close to where we were even. So we're totally, so this is the edge there. So if I zoom in a bit here, so they're more similar. So the area is down here, and this is where the GPS coordinates points to. So I don't know why. That's totally wrong, at least, right? Let's do its next suggestion. But it's a district again. I'm looking for a school name with four words with spaces. Spaces in between.
Be back
Not
in a
a
few. Need to
district.
go pick up that dang laptop. Pulling my hair out.
Do that, do that. It's always nicer to have it locally, right? This direct was like, what?
I don't want her running back and forth to see if anything is on the screen, lol.
Oh. Yeah. So you're just picking it up and bring it back. Well, check the drivers is what I would do next, but I guess you've already done all the things, right? At least try it remotely. So, North Dakota State College of Science, that's 4 words. Circle of Nations, Wind and Indian School is also very, very 4 words. And then they say other names. What's coordinates of these schools? Let's not say anything about the number of words for now. It will run out of money or whatever you call it. It's free. So, no. Let's see what's the actual coordinates. 4696. If it's not even 4696, it's probably very off. 4696. 4696. Okay. So my minus there. Here they have minus, and here they don't. Well, let's try and send these as responses, but I would like to find them first. So So we were up here, and now we're down here. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right at all. And then we have so we're here down here again. How come? Is this the one that's off then? So this is where we have the coordinates, right? If I send all the data there, it will say you're out or you're free for today or something. So I'm gonna try and do this the non-human way now, right? So I'm sending all of the data that we have in the basic format to what I did ChatGPT. I did chat dot, didn't I? I failed. I failed typing. These coordinates should show where the person wearing
VRNDVN29 says.
this
Hello, Dud.
hello wearing this GPS goes to school. The school name
Who TF
is
uses LinkedIn bra?
LinkedIn. Yeah, I use LinkedIn. Oh. That's where you find jobs, right? Those are kind of useful to have, don't you think? School name is 4 words with spaces in between.
Why are you using DeepSeek?
Because I think I'm running out of ChatGPT. So I'm curious also to see the difference. So we could do this.
Based on the GPS coordinates provided, the locations are clustered around Fargo, North Dakota. The most frequented location appears to be around 46.8609, minus 96.8252, which corresponds to
So
Oak Grove Lutheran High School. Given that the school name is
let's
4 words with spaces in
compare.
between, the correct answer is Oak Grove Lutheran School. Note,
So
while the official name is Oak Grove Lutheran High School, if strictly limited to 4 words, it may be referred to as Oak Grove Lutheran School.
okay, so these are the coordinates that we got from human testing, and its
Log in
coordinates
MS Excel.
9. Yeah, they just have a 2 at the end here, so we got a quite good for being a human, right? Excel. Oh my god, no, I'm not that old-fashioned. So I'm testing LibreOffice as a local one, but I always use Google Docs and Sheets. This is just to have something to open local files easily.
Pay Billy Gates the money.
No. Nah. You won't get any for Windows 11 either. Not that I don't think he needs any money either, or even works anymore. Let's see if we can find this school. And if this one is actually the same area, which could be here, right?
Ask DeepSeek what happened in 1989.
No, I'm not. I'm going to try and solve these problems. That's what I'm working on. So the location that we had here, that we're searching, is here. This is like the pattern of streets. And where's their point?
Why do American cities look like Excel spreadsheets?
American cities. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me. Ask an American. Okay, so
Are you a Euro player?
elementary. I'm Swedish. I'm Swedish. So these schools are not close at all to the point they're actually wanting, right? The one that it suggested.
Do you like meatballs and IKEA?
Yeah, I do. I do. I like meatballs and IKEA both. Uh, so let's just ignore this and let's do schools.
What challenge are you
School.
solving?
I'm solving this location services. Someone cracked the database containing information gathered from location services to bring awareness to how scary location services can be in the wrong hands. Do some OSINT on the attached CSV file, and then we have this data. So just that, and I went through and like removed all the hours in this that weren't between 9 and 16, I think. And then I like checked which were the most common ones. And then I just picked one in the middle and cut off like one digit on that and two on that. And we got, except for the two here at the very end, we got the same as DeepSeek got. So both mine and its results are like confirmed.
Can you just visualize the data points on Google Earth?
Yes, here's the point. And I've been looking for schools here, right? And I can't find any. So now I'm going to like schools in this city, right? So the place is called, what's the place called? West Fargo. But if we zoom out more, so let's do the plus to get the
How many
text
data
bigger.
points are there?
I don't know, 40 maybe. I'm just maybe more. So I think Fargo is the name. So in this one, we just have this. So school Fargo. School near Fargo.
Why not visualize all of them at once?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So now we have all the schools, right? And we can cross-check this with. So here we have the like some main crossing in the middle. And if you go to this main crossing here and a little zoom in, and then we go to this crossing here where we were actually at.
I meant visualize all the data points.
Visualize. Oh. Yeah, you probably could do that. I didn't even think of it. That'll just be a crazy lot of dots, right? How would I do that? Give me a tip on how to do that. That's probably the best way to do it. So there's just no schools here. Can you see? Now when I send it to show all
Using
schools.
Google Earth, not Google Map.
Okay, yeah. But look, can you see how the schools are like avoiding the spot where I'm trying to look? So let's just check the schools in the area anyway. So we have Jefferson's Elementary School, which is 3 words, right? Then we have Dakota High School, which is also 3 words. Then we have Lewis and Clark Elementary School, which might have been the one I tested. I did this long ago. Lewis and Clark Elementary School. Yeah, it sounded like I had tested it. And I didn't read then that it was 4 letters. So here we have Explorer, we have Foods, Grocery, okay, so an ad, Burgers and Brews, Dakota, Montessori. So within this whole thing here, there's no schools. So let's go to Earth instead. Okay, tell me what to do. How do I get all the data in here? Show me. What? Oh well, I'm not touching anything until you suggest what I should do. Maybe this is the thing where I should go. I don't know what this is, but I know it hopped up once more and I just clicked this to get rid of it. But what do you suggest I should do?
I don't know, I use the Mac app version, you can add multiple points in it.
New? What's a KML file? Data importing. Import KML. So, KML data format. File format to display geographic data in Earth browsers such as Google Earth. So, tell me, K-hole markup language. XML based. So, our data is not XML. We'll have to convert it. Show me. Geographic data. Oh, so like the parts are height, like bars. That's what. Besides being horribly ugly, it seemed very useless. Maybe this is ChatGPT instead. I have a list of coordinates and want to show them all on a map, like Google Earth or Maps. How would I import the data? To import coordinates, KML, KMC, and XML format, Google Maps, CSV, go to Google Maps, create a new map, click import. My Maps, Google My Maps. Open link. Oh, I have maps. This is from importing from a like running app or something. Creating a My Map always uploads title, thumbnail, and associated metadata to Drive. So here we can import, and here we can browse for a file, and it's looking for, among other things, CSV, right? So let's save this little file as, well, it's already .csv in our downloads. So downloads, yeah, over there. Select the
Can you
columns
share
and
the
further tell
CTF
us what
link?
placements on the map. So I have to say if it's longitude or latitude. I'm assuming the first one is longitude, and this is latitude, and continue. Pick a column for the title of the placement. Okay, let's put the time. Select a column from the tell us where to put placements on the map. Oh, so we're finding those locations. Okay, so we need to check the format before we import the file. So let's convert it. I do need a short break though. Easily import KML. Yeah, that's what I was checking. So how do I export as KML? I want to import. So this is like a document that is a map. Interesting. Add tools help plus open nah. So new open okay, and export. What about import? So if we go back and we're here now.
What is the challenge name?
A local services one. And it's probably quite easy just to guess all the ones in the town or something. But I want to learn as much as possible. So this new here with the KML file really makes me think that we have stuff to learn here. And I don't know how to import the file. Here is where I have the import one. Here. So I was in the wrong place. That's why. So import, browse, and let's confirm that we have KML in here before we convert to KML. That's just the only thing I wanted to check. So then we ask this, it already has the data, right? Can you please convert the data to KML? Let's say unmodified because it always does stuff. To KML format. Using the date and time as name label because it seemed like it required such a thing. Name, latitude, longitude, Weepton. So we could so this is the format it wants if it's a CSV file. Ha! Why would it put its things in there? Here it is. Here it is, the KML. So just a link for the key. Then coordinates. Point 1 did it, comma, and the name. That's good. Good, I asked for it. So name, point, coordinates. Nice. We could probably have asked it to like group them into days that we can turn on and off or something too. So the reason to look at the...
Did you pay for DeepSeek Premium?
No. I haven't paid for any AI thing. And now when we have Llama running locally, we don't need to even have an API access to these. So maybe I'll make one assistant AI. Maybe we'll add, like, I'm pausing stream, could you read some
Nice idea would
news
be to just
meanwhile?
steal API key from the employer.
But I don't have an employer that has an API key. And I'm also not a thief. But I could borrow if I had a job work. So we just started here, Burp and Firefox. Then while they were starting, I started looking at the code. Oh. No, it's just one. And then the flag was in the code. The login.
Braho uses Firebox.
Firefox, that's the only thing I use. Why wouldn't you? What are you using? And who are you not using Firefox? Who? It's the only browser. So this one took much more time than I thought.
Used as like a base person.
So before I reinstalled Windows, I actually had a special thing installed that removed all the Edge things from the computer totally. I have not done that now, but I usually start Edge once to download Firefox. Then I'm done. Edge, my god. You seem to like Microsoft a lot. Telling me to install Office. I'm not even sure I'll be using a Microsoft operating system. I might use Linux only.
Are you on Kali, or are you LARPing?
That's Kali on my Proxmox server, so I think I closed the Proxmox server down. Now here's one.
Also use Microsoft Copilot.
When I reinstalled the computer, I allowed code to activate it, and I think it lasted like 3 days. And the most useful thing it did was to make comments for me. didn't do much more. Or rather, it kept suggesting code that was, you know, in the way. And when I allowed it to do its code that it suggested, then it usually was copying my own code in there. It was like odd, behaving very oddly. And also, I don't want Microsoft to have all my code that I write on my local computer. I don't, it's not a nice feeling to just be showing everything you do, even if I have it on an open GitHub repo. So let's see if we can find any schools in this area, right? That's what we're aiming at. But maybe we'll see that they live there, they go there, they, you know, that's what I hope.
What servers are you using? Have you heard about Microsoft Azure?
Yeah, I've heard about that. Continue. Wow. Does it need help? Some continue help here. I should have converted myself. This very simple format, right?
Plus 100 social credit score.
What? 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 So how long is this really, and do we even trust it? Let's make a Python script for this instead. I'm annoyed now. I'm annoyed at slow, stupid AI that can never finish. It just goes singing forever. So we have the text file. This is what we have. Let's make a simple, mega simple Python script that fixes the format into what this one says, right? So we have the start of the file. So we have an example of how our stuff should look. We don't have the end of the file though.
Use chat to create the script.
I don't. I think it will say you've used all your stuff for today, you know. And also, I'm not being. I don't want to be mad during the stream. I want to be happy, so I'm not gonna do that again. What do you say about people who repeat their mistakes and think they will get another result? Well, this is not the right one. Let's public. And this is really a CTF tool. So let's go to CTF and like just here. New file, CSS to KML.
Bro, why did you open the entire computer in this code?
.py. No, I didn't. This is just my public notes, my public Obsidian notes.
It's
So
CSV, not CSS.
thank you, thank you. Why did I say that? I don't know. The name doesn't matter much though. So that's my notes. They're also on the fixit42.com/notes, but that's not an updated version. Let's close that, and that's what on earth do I have in my copy? Yeah, right. This is what the format is supposed to look like. So, file start, and let's underscore that, and equals, and let's did and there. That's where it ends. They have two indents, 2 space indents. We don't need this kind of format though, we can just do it on one line. And here we should have a date plus time kind of thing. And then we have point and coordinates. Point placement. And then we have another copy of it. Right, I know why it's complaining, because I added this myself and it also added it, so that's why. And this is a formatted string. So we need to have a date and time. So we're going to go through all the lines. So we need file, read and write. So like,
Theo says.
I'll fix it.
hi, how are you? How are you doing? Everything good? How's the job search going? So I'm still looking, so you're first. Actually, I haven't applied really yet.
Good.
I should. I'm really bad at getting started applying to jobs. I'm really bad at that.
Going as good as it can go. I use.
Yeah. So you have even more experience now? That's great. You'll find something great.
VRNDVN29 says. There is a Bing Maps add-on in MS Excel which makes this very simple.
Bing Maps add-on in MS Excel. That sounds secure.
Theo says.
Yeah, little more so that helps. But need to find something ASAP.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So my situation is that I have not really brought in any money for years. So it's not like mega urgent. I get a little money from the consulting I do, but not a lot. Because the kids, So, but I should really apply for a job that I can do from home and go there. That's my hope. If it's fully remote, I can live with that.
VRNDVN29 says. Europors being Europers.
Europars. I think we're quite comfortable. So, but I'm actually, my hobby is working.
Theo says.
But also,
something will come
that's
up.
a luxury.
Just haven't found the right place yet.
Yeah. So if you have kids with special needs and one of the parents takes all the responsibility for that bit, that's the hardest bit of the work, promise you. So I'm very envious that he's been allowed to work. I have allowed him not to split that responsibility, which is on me. So, but he has, some things are harder for him.
VRNDVN29 says. Do you know the hacker 4chan?
4chan? No, I don't know who that is. With open and yeah, we just need to read. So comma read. All right, it's this. Oh gosh, that's the editor adding stuff. So
Rajas Claude.
Yeah, so come on, all the bra, just stop them. I'm getting annoyed, okay? So why would I not have fun doing this? This is my fun. You want to take my fun away from me, then You're not taking my fun. So, yeah, we can have this in
Theo
here.
says.
Tell him fix it 42.
Yeah, don't steal my fun. I'm thinking we'll just do, call this instead KML out. And we're going to keep adding to this. And we just indent this thing there. And then we're going to make a loop here. So, for line in, yeah, we need a variable here. And the path. Yeah. As F for line in F. Let's call it file because it's prettier, right? For line in file, it will read one of the CSS files, and we're going to split it on comma and space. Actually, let's just remove the commas. I have the format in my head, but I can show you because it's... So we have spaces here, but we have commas too. So we don't want to separate for both of these. So we want to just remove the commas from the file forever, eternally, all of them. And then just split on the spaces. That's what we want to do. Or we might just split on a position, but I believe these are different lengths, so it's better to split on the positions. Yeah, rather on the, not on the position, on the character, right? So line that no, I don't think it is this way, is it? R split. Yeah, there's also strip. Strip is removing the start and the end. So we want to first remove all the commas. Maybe I can do that with strip. So you could always say that what I'm doing right now, I use it to learn something. And this time also making a tool at the same time that I can use another time. And this bit, the format will be specific to this file. But if we get another file with data, we can just change this bit here and we will get our data. So let's actually, oh, that's not what I wanted. Dot split. And no, nothing popping up when I have mouse over here. Yeah. So separator.
VRNDVN29
I'm just thinking if
says,
it can do something at the
why
same
don't you get
time.
job in Spotify? It's Swedish.
Spotify. I don't even use Spotify, but sure. Should I work in IT then? What should I work there? What should I do? Should I work in their security department? Yeah. I'm kind of aiming for a cybersecurity company though. That would be fun. Like, that's, I think, is where you will learn the most. So we want to split on spaces, and the return will be what? What should we call it?
Why not split on
Data.
commas?
Because there's only 2 commas, right? Yeah, I could do that, and we could have not time date plus time, but actually date time. We could do that and just then dot So I should remember what it's called. I just had it up. Trim, I think. Let's see what, something like that.
You don't need to specify space, it's a default mode.
Okay, okay. We can do comments instead. That's actually a good idea. So this is not trim. So, but I saw it just a sec ago. So that. Okay, I'm broken it. That's why. That's why it doesn't work. We have to put something in here. Data. Now will work. So probably here too. No, not there. Dot strip. Yeah, it's strip. Error strip, L strip, and just general strip here. So, but strip is not for this line. We're going to do data. What is it called? Longitude and latitude, right? Longitude, like longitude, I think, right? And it should be the first bit of it. And we should get rid of that. And that, dude, should be number 2. And I say 2 and write 1. Is that logical? And then we have date time. We can keep the format it has. And then that's why I think comma splitting is okay. I was going to just delete them and use these separately. But that's better. Good suggestion. So datetime equals, very nice equals there. Data. So if we didn't have the strip bits, we could just do longitude, latitude. Let's do that, right? This is stupid. We should be able to do this.
Can you exploit a buffer overflow with a slower?
I can't do advanced stuff. So if there's defenses on there, I don't know what to do yet. But I still want the strip bits in. So let's indent this because that's for every line. And we need to. We're going to both print this. No, I don't know ARM assembly. So let's see here. Have I broken it again? I have. So let's comment that. And then we do file that. But we need to open a separate file. And maybe we open this one at the start here, right? Yeah. And then we can have this bit outside there. So yeah, it will still need to be indented. and let's fix this, right? CSV.
Would you like to work for the CIA?
I'm Swedish, so I don't think that's the thing, right? So CSV file equals, and then we put the little path, and that's what's going here.
What about a foreign hacker from Mossad?
What? What on earth are you talking about? So you know what's going on in the world, right? So, what should
Like
we
a fake
ask
nice.
for this? No, I'm not a bad guy, you know. So this one is
A PMO thrive on 0 days.
yeah, that's why we're not black hats, because we prefer nice society to a broken one where it's just money ruling everything, right? So convert a CSV file to
Would you work
docs.
for Palantir?
I don't even know what that is, so I wouldn't work for anything that's bad, okay? Convert a CSV file to KML. CSV file name and KML file name. And then we open the line we want to write in with write, of course. And this is write file. And this one is read file.
I would
So
love to work
in
for
read
Mossad.
file. Okay. So where in the world are you? I mean, if you happen to live there, I can understand it. Otherwise, I have a very hard time understanding why. Like murdering children, hard time. But this is not political. But anyone who kills other people, I don't like. And that includes American government killing people. So even if
VR
it's in the
Mechatronics
law
says,
with death
do you
penalties, I
play
don't like
Steam games
people.
live stream? VR and DVN29 says,
I'm
I
thinking
love
of,
protecting people.
yeah, protecting people. That's my thing. Helping people. That's my thing. Doing evil stuff. That's not my thing. So VR. I showed that yesterday. I did
VR
by
Mechatronics
June,
says,
right?
hi, how is going?
So let's go Steam. June. And not done, but June. Yeah, June Awakening here. So I bought this, the basic version, meaning I can't play it for 3 more days. Or
VR
4.
and DVN29 says, do you play Roblox?
Only with my kids. I played the other day. Like cooperation games. We did Abyss and Tycoon, where we build a castle with magic in it. So this game, this seems nice. You run around and
V-Bucks should be world
discover, pick
reserve
up stuff.
currency. And Robux as well.
Okay, yeah. So I did have a subscription to Roblox for a bit, so I still have Roblox there. It would be nice to be able to get them out again. Because we were like planning to make games there. Ah, gosh, come on. I'm quite sure I stopped these yesterday. You have to pause it not to keep going. Anyway, it's already in your Steam library, so we'll see if I do it on stream. Maybe we will have the TTS
Play League on
Muse
stream.
TTS read.
VR Mechatronics says. I play now.
Oh,
I've remastered Tomb Raider, because when I was teenager this
okay,
graphic was very poor quality, and now is excellent.
okay. So VR. Let's see here. So you started streaming? Was it recently you started streaming, or is it like now? I don't think I'm following you. I have to fix that. So now I'm following you. So I'll see when you stream. Nice. So let's hop up back here, and mm, 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 mm. I'm thinking I will just put it on the full path. Decolon, and
Web
yes, we
link.
use slashes.
This.
Yeah, I kind of get. I think I used to work at EA, and I kind of think they had this. I don't know. Yeah, at least on consoles there was like EA Tomb Raider
VR and
games.
DVN29 says. Wow, EA.
Yeah, it was IT for the Nordic countries in like 2000. So
Did you
it
work
was
on Sims
actually
4?
I actually tested a game too. I went to UK and tested
VR
Dungeon Keeper
Mechatronics
2,
says.
so I'm in the credits
I
there.
feel like I can make it as gift of you.
Oh, thank you, but it's not necessary. I don't want to spend a lot of time on games. But thank you very much. You're very kind, VR. Yeah, but I'll be sure to check in if I see you streaming. Though I usually don't watch gaming streams, but sometimes there's an exception for a reason. Like you've been here a lot, so I'm definitely going over there if you're streaming. And I'm also curious about the remaster version, right? So yeah, so since I worked there, they were like throwing out a lot of PlayStation 1 and 2 games because no one played them anymore, I guess. And they were taking a lot of space. So I was like, okay, I'll go home and the kids can play them. When I had kids. Yeah. But now I think they're in that. But I think Tomb Raider is in there. Hmm. So I'm not really following the topic of the stream, right? Today it's like a Saturday Sunday stream for me since we have already
I remember reading covers of magazines when these games came out, 20 years ago, but the graphics were awful and I waited 20 years for a remake. Smile, smile.
Oh, okay, yeah. So obviously my brain is not in Python mode. So should I Google or should I use my own notes? This is embarrassing because I'm making a course, or yeah, it's still there, at least all my course material there. So where do I have like file IO? It's not a lot. I usually just Google if there's something I don't remember. Yes, we open. This is not what I want. So this is too basic. Yeah. So probably in my file where I have another script, but let's just Google the normal thing. So I will close this for now. Oopsie, did I close more? Probably. Let's close that too, and that too, and that too. And that's where we're going to import it later. So Python write to file, and my brain will go, oh yeah, I knew that, but still, I haven't ever Googled this. My brain isn't. It's on vacation today. Oh look, Google. Did you see? Did you see Google? We have a Swedish flag in Google today. It's a Swedish National Day. That's why we're not working today. That's why it's very sunny. So f.write, yeah. So I was doing the file name .write, and I would have seen it if I was, you know, file that. This is what I did, but nothing happened. So why have I broken it? Why is it not working? Because I replaced the name of the file, that's why. Write file. And
Hibernate's
now
low.
it will work. No. Why did I do uppercase W here? That was not on purpose, okay? Now it will work. There! Good little thingy. We can even write line. We can write line. No. Right. It was only lines. So let's add a backslash in there. So we want to write place mark, name, coordinates. And here, oh, look. Why did it put the -1 first? We'll see if it's wrong direction, right? But I kind of think longitude is first. So and then comma 0. Yeah. It agrees with me that there's supposed to be 3 to get a position. So what did I call this thing? Longitude. And this is where we strip. Dot strip. There. And now I can remove a little comment there. And latitude. And grab that bit and put it over there. Zoo. So we have daytime, we have longitude strip and latitude strip, and we should have a correct syntax. Let's see if DeepSeek did add anything to the end. Do you think it did? I kind of closed it down, did I? So let's KML file example. We need like more. We need to know how the end looks too. So document. Isn't this nice?
VRNDVN29 says, do you support the CCPY DeepSeek?
What? DeepSeek is Chinese. Is that China? CCP? DeepSeek because it's free and works, and I think my ChatGPT is out. And I went into another one, and they
Yes.
wanted all my information. I was like, whatever, and didn't put it in. So
Ask it if Taiwan is a country.
yes, you already asked me one of those questions. I'm trying to do stuff. I don't care about the politics of it, okay? So if it is, I'm not going to ask it about something that is sensitive information or anything like that, right? And I don't like what China does to people, but right now I
You
don't
just
like
seem
what
to
the
care
US
about
does to
Mossad.
people either. Yeah, so as I said now, I don't like what Trump is doing to the world. They even said maybe the whole world will go into like, yeah, he'll break the whole world economy, that kind of thing, right? DeepSeek was open free source, but they pay for the 7 million USD for cheap training. Yeah, so I just use what's free, right? So there's no thoughts behind it. Also, you could say you're
Personally, I'd
supporting
support
Trump.
anyone who is willing to pay me.
Yeah, that's not ethical. Very unethical. Uh, horrible. I'm not saying you're a horrible person. I don't believe you. That's what I don't do. I believe you're ethical. So if you're doing ChatGPT, are you supporting Trump then? Right? So imagine if rich countries have problems with their economy, what will that do to the poorer countries that might even need their help and get their help currently? And how does it affect all the poor countries to have lots of tolls?
Chad does not say Taiwan is not a country. VR Mechatronics says.
I'm not
Copilot is
asking
great to hear
about
live
that.
chat voice now.
I
User
asked
can
it for
set 0, comma
KML,
8 speed.
converting a file to
Commute is
KML format.
excellent. VR and DVN29 says.
Okay.
Chad does not show up when asked about Tiananmen Square.
But you're off topic, okay? I told you I don't want to chat about that. I want to do this thing, right? So seriously, you have to stop. You can talk about other fun things, and you can ask me a question if I play Steam games. That's okay, but you keep going back to these things. It takes all the time from stream. I want to do useful things here now, okay? So we have the format of the file here.
Get money. Why? Because they want you broke. And it costs money to eat DJ Khaled.
So I don't even listen anymore, and I might mute you in the TTS if you continue, okay? So let's see. The theme here is right now Python, but we're doing a CTF challenge and we're making a script to do it better in the future. And this time we use Google with a little cute Swedish flag in it. So we need to add the end of the file to our script because we need a full file. We can't have just the start of it, right? So that's why I looked up this example and we're going to add it here. Just one indent. And actually, this is not what I intended to do. So let's cut that and paste that there. And let's actually cut this bit and paste it here too. And this one we unindent, Shift Tab, undo. Oh, it was like that. Okay, so I want this indented. There. With open for line. So we open the file for reading. For every line we read, we split out 3 different, we know there's space commas here. There's 2 commas, so we'll get 3 values, longitude, latitude, and date time. That's the format of the file, what is here. And that was a good suggestion here from Word in or something. Sorry if I'm mangling your name. That's not on purpose. So we split out these names instead of splitting on space that I planned. We're splitting in commas. That is nice. And we put those into a string. So this string is actually the KML out up there. KML out plus equals, and we just do that. So then we just have to compare this KML out start with there. This line is in there. This line is in there. We have the document tab. The name is not indented there. So let's indent that. Actually, document, I'm undoing. Document there, it's not indented. And then you have name, indented 2 steps. And then this. Name of the whole thing. GPS data with timestamps. Yeah, that's reasonable. And we could also ask for a name if we wanted to. So this bit is what we already have, right? And then this bit, the placement, is what we have in here. And the 2 ones we close is the KML itself and the document. And this should really be indented too. There. These tags end themselves, meaning 1, 2, 1, 2. This one should have 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? 3 steps in. So 1, 2, 3 steps in. So we add those spaces. So we have get a pretty file at the end. Then we have again KML out plus, why did I do that? Plus equals, and we do the 3 little ones, and it ends it automatically without me asking, and I don't like it. So, and then we know, let's actually unindent this, because I'm thinking it might actually add the spaces there that I don't want added. Right? I want it to be exactly like that. Yeah, these are actually only indented that number too. No, that's here. So what happened here? Oh, okay, the shift thing, it misunderstood. Okay, it misunderstood, and I tried to unindent it. So it is correct. I didn't change this, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is supposed to be 1, 2. So we have the whole unindent here too, the end. And then we write KML out to the file. There. So 4. And I think we kind of need the pause only. KML out, and then go through all those lines in the CSV file. And then we add these 2 lines to the end, and then we write it to the file. So let's didn't I have any of these up? I thought I did. So I think it's in downloads. So I'm gonna have to convert the path. What? Stupid Windows. Stupid thing. I'll have to type myself. Try to copy the path of the downloads directory. Do we think it can think or what? So should we use? Let's just go C:// users sphere, I think. Let's go check that. Yeah, Sophia, lowercase. Lowercase. Not that it matters, it's Windows, I just want it to be reasonably right. And then we have downloads there. And they're all slashes, so we don't have to mess with other stuff. Python reads this better than it does backslashes. Should we use the same path? Because we have write permissions here without problems. So points.kml, right? And then we run this. So when we see if we get any problems here. Not enough values to unpack. Yeah. It should be 3. Not enough values to unpack. Expected 3 got 1. So it's getting an array. So we need to, or it's a list. Shouldn't it be able to do that? So this is what we could ask ChatGPT or something, right? Because the format for exactly doing this, the easiest way is to just first of all, we need to stop the script, right? We don't want to have it running. So first of all, we make a copy of the line so we can edit it without having to fix it later. And we just use 1 and we let's exit there. And here we're going to check print date time. Do we have format there? Can it do simply that? We'll see. Otherwise, we'll have to do format data, right? Built-in method format or list object. Yeah, I want it to be more detailed. So we probably just need to print it and see what it does. Okay, so we have a square parenthesis is what we have. And binary data, it looks like. And here we have the space within this one. But the others don't have spaces. But they have, yeah, whatever. Let's, so what on earth is this split thing? Actually, we could check line split itself and see what it returns. List, it says. And shouldn't I be able to do that then? Let's run this anyway. So format is not what no, type. I think it's type. type is insane. Class list, yeah. So obviously a list because we already shipped it there. So why? Let's do what it said there and check with. So now we have something to actually ask, and then we can ask ChatGPT. If it still wants to answer stuff today, we'll notice. So I want to do this. But as split returns list and not 3 strings, I have a problem. If len part 3 parts does not have exactly 3 parts. Let's give it the error message. And I think, oh, that's the wrong one. That's a longer script. More fun with coding. I guess we delete this line and just run it. Rather we can comment these two. Well, it will never get there anyways, it doesn't matter. Oh my god. Of course it gets there because I commented the line that errors. What? It works now. So not enough values to unpack, expected 3.1. Line 18 in module. Not enough values to unpack. So I think it might be, well, let's add the print back. So I think it might be at the end when there's an empty line, then you can't split it. So we might just have to check if it's empty. But let's just print line, and then we do this before, because then we will always see it even if it crashes. And now we see that it didn't actually print a million lines first, so it's at the start. But it printed what looks like an empty line. I'm not going to put lots of logic in this, such a simple thing. I'm just curious about That's so annoying. Very annoying. So that's strep. That's usually good. So it's nothing. It is nothing. That's when it crashes. So also this line looks odd. So let's look at the CSV file. This is what it looks like, right? It doesn't have any other characters in here. Let's close this thing. And we don't want to save. I'm curious if it modified it anyway, you know? Points. It obviously found the file, so it's just me not finding it. How is this sorted? There it is. What? It's the same thing again. One, I click, right click a selection, and I don't click on the actual thing. Then I get a different thing. This is a normal text file with just this in it. Oh, I might have opened it the wrong way. So open file mode, open text mode R. Can I explicitly say text mode? Let's just comment these things out for now and just print whatever it reads from the file. And the camel out will be very tiny too, but it will reach there, so we can have an example test. Oh gosh, I didn't comment them. Wrong key. So, okay, so each one has 2 new lines. Ah, okay, so that's why. Now we know the reason. So it thinks there's several lines. Every line is 2 lines. So it's like both the new lines are read as a separate line. So simple if should fix it then. So if line dot strip, and then I'm like, is it 2 equals? And it's not, it's just 1, right? All this language hopping makes me
Panda Tongue says.
question
This laptop is
mark.
going to be the end of me. Displays on second monitor.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So the question is why? Because everything else works, so it must be that. Maybe just set it back and it works. But that's my laptop, which is not
Works in
mega
safe
new.
mode.
Yeah, because then you don't have other monitor options, and probably does like some default driver, basic drivers. that can't do several monitors maybe. So check the drivers, check like the system app thingy, and see how the
About to wipe
functionality
it
of
and start
the
over.
Swipit is. Yeah, but does it work to hop to that screen if you FN F7 or whatever it is? Now you're working on the stream, right? Now you're. I mean, your job can't say, don't watch streams, you know. So I didn't have a parenthesis here. Do I want one? Nah, it's just me being. A tiny little bit of C# warps my brain away from this Python. It's C is like more logical. So the thing is that it's not supposed to output anything. Yes, it is. We still print everything too. And we say not here, but this is work. Now I'm curious. I think it's just different values of them, right? Yeah. So that's not good. If yeah, this is a string comparison in Python. Why can't I get this thing up? Because it's on this other screen. No? Okay, that's fine. Python string comparisons. We had a lot of this some time back. And I've never Googled this either. Yeah. Is versus duplicate. Yeah, so is versus equals. Is not is what I'm thinking of changing it to. But what is the right thing to do? Whatever, let's just try it. I don't want to read a lot. And we get the same result. So if line.strip is not, then you should print it. It shouldn't print it when there's actually nothing here. This shouldn't print. Length. Let's print the length of the string. That's really what I'm curious about, right? So this one is 2 characters, and this one is 88. So why is this one 2 when it's not printing out anything? Because it's 2 space and so I'm stripping it. No, not F2, F5. Because it's a line feed and that is 2 characters. Yes. So if I check the length of line.strip, we get 1 because it's still a new line there. Or it's just, well, if len, so now we have a digit. If it's more than 1, and now we should get only 88, 87, whatever lengths. But there's this at the end, so we're going to strip this one too. So we don't have the character on the other line. Yeah. So now we have the output we want. And now we should be able to split it. And it should work. And let's keep this in until we know it works. And what do you think? So open web, notepad. So it starts with a new line because of the 3 dots there. And obviously we need to fix the encoding here. So the encoding makes it odd and long. And we also see these, right? Python encoding text file. So yeah, so I have this in my, when getting data from internet, in my RSS feed script. But I'm thinking here we have a Linux file format thingy. Is it? But it's definitely some kind of Unicode that we read okay, but we can't write it okay. And Notepad can read it without any problem. So best effort is acceptable. Yeah, letting 1. So the encoding for the file name open. We can try letting 1, but I don't think that will work with this file. But we can just do any of the others. So and here we have encoding. No, the new ones. No. Bold. Let's just paste. I think I copied. So and to open the file again. And this looks the same. Just to make sure it actually did something, we delete the file, right? And oh, So I think this is Unicode because of this outputting differently, right? So we just do UTF-8. The file is not there. We run. And oh, we got an error. UTF-8 can't decode byte in position invalid start byte. So it's not UTF-8. So it was so quick and I thought it was finished. So that is not it. So what if we do it when we write the file instead? But this is the encoding that's wrong because we don't get this output with Y's here, right? So it's not really the reading that's a problem, it's the writing. Writing is writing a format that Notepad don't know what it's doing later. So why am I right clicking? Come on. We're running, that's why. So open. I'll just type or paste. So and now we check. Where's your green? Green, green, green. And it still looks like this. And did I even strip it? Because that's the one, that's a space before it, right? So the strip is still in there. Strip, strip. And we're not stripping datetime. So and I have the file open. So just to make sure like it actually runs it. We don't have any error messages. So this is actually a change, but not a lot. Let's what? There. I'm like, why couldn't I open this? I'm having encoding problems. I'm still curious why it didn't say you already did too much. Output. And UTF-16. Okay. Yeah, so that's UTF-16. Okay. So maybe that's why the other stuff is odd too with the new lines. Maybe I double new lines. So UTF-8 didn't work, right? I don't think it saves. We will know now. Yeah, good. So the only problem now is that it breaks the line because it's long. There. So name. So this should be totally okay. So the problem is, should we get rid of this leading line? It would make the code less pretty, you know? And we also have a new line in there on purpose. But what change would that make? Yeah, let's do the same thing here. So yeah, we could have this start here instead to make it prettier. That we could do. What am I doing? I'm just open the file, right? So it's gone, the extra line. And we also didn't get this. So maybe we should have that. But it ends with the KML line. So maybe we want that line there. Meaning there. So it should be pretty. Just to make sure, right? And then we have only that line is too long. Oh, it's indented. This is interesting. Where do I put the extra long characters? Oh, I get it. I get it. So this was indented. That's why. It was indented. Of course. Where? Is it this? No, it must be this. So first time I used that. Actually. Because I usually like to have everything on one line. So now it should all be as I wanted without being ugly in the code. Let's delete the file. What a luck that it just fit on my screen with this zoom. So this should be a good format. So it's time to actually use it. And now we have a KML file. GPS data with timestamps. Individual styles. And we have all the points here with their names. So I'm kind of waiting for this not to be white, right? MetaCTF. I'll let it type. So if I click one of them. So how could this be helpful? Oh gosh. Let's not use zoom, let's use minus and plus. As I've never used this before and I was suggested this. So I don't want to delete it. I just want to show them all at the same time. Okay. I get it. We don't have any background though. So we're zooming in. This looks wrong. Okay. So the data was possibly reversed, right? Because the data I saw, it had something else. So we're going to delete that one and add layer, and then we can import a new file because I'm going to change the position, right? So I think that this might be reverse. Hey, coming again. So my kid's knocking on the door. 2 seconds. I'm just testing to see if one thing works. So this file is from this minute, meaning it should be the new data. So if we import, browse this, and now it works. So it was reversed. Oh, look what a bunch of stuff here. So okay, I get it. I should use a zoom in the program. It seems like this is weather focused. Let's check the times here though. Yeah, so I sorted these away because of the hours. So it's more like it's living there. 1:56, or it's different time zone than what the data is. Maybe that's it, but it is the data's time zone is like GMT day. That's possible, and that's why I didn't find the place, because I was looking at the wrong time. So it's Minnesota State University, it seems. Minnesota State University, Moorhead. So this was a useful thing to learn. And we also have this little nice Python script now to convert data. And yeah, I got to play with Python too. So what should we do more with this little script? I usually say like my name. And let's 2025. And it is the 0606. So June 6th. There. Let's see here. For other input formats, update these lines. Well, it says CSV, so it's supposed to be comma separated, right? Actually, let's change this date time here to name, because that's what it actually is. In this case, we have date and time as name. UTF-16 to what you use. Encodings. Encodings. And then we have, all right, I copied. For other CSV types, as we're using commas now, update the columns to match. Using underscore for not used columns. Is that obvious? In this case, we have date and time as name, making this more readable, right? Yeah, I think that's good. File names are quite obvious, right? But they need to be changed. So, and now I am curious to see, of course we have to enter the name. Minnesota State University Moorhead. It's mostly seen when you scroll. Minnesota State University. More. I think that's it. Okay, how did I spell it? Minnesota with two E. Two N's. So, never been there, heard the name before, but so we can see the misspelling of Minnesota there. So I'm curious about the other location services. So it's blue. Here we have location services too, and we have another CSV file. So in location services 1, you were asked to use your OSINT skills and find someone where someone attended school. Now I can figure out what person. Now can you figure out where that person works? Use the data set below. Okay. So we have point CSV. Let's L2. So location, services, 2 points, and let's change this one to 1. So, and then we also change the script. And I closed something I didn't need to close. Why am I in the wrong one? Why was nothing open? No, I'm in the right one, but nothing is open. CTF. Okay, I had something open that wasn't even started. So then we have CSV to KML, and we're going to just update these and do a 2 here instead. And before we even run this, we need to check if it has the same format, right? Yeah, that was the one. So what does this data look like if we open it? With Notepad. It is the same format, very friendly. So we just run this again. We load it in. So this one we want to delete because it was removed. It was opposite direction. Yes, I know what to do now. Point. I'll use a name, right? And that would be location, services, 1 point. It's a file name without the extension. Right. So I've already done a split in my brain. Um, oh, I took the wrong line. I think I might change my mind. Why did it do 2? Because there was spaces after. And this one need to be F. This one doesn't need to be F. It doesn't even need to be here. Ah, okay. So there. I want like a one-liner for this. Half.split. Yeah, there's like logical stuff for this. But I need to include something. I'm not sure I want to, but maybe it's worth it. It plus split and tail. Maybe I'll ChatGPT it. I want to split only the file's name without the extension out of this. No, that's the wrong thing. I don't want a script. I was thinking it might understand that by itself. Yeah, I think it does here. OS pass split text 0. Yeah. But we need to install OS pass or import it. We don't have any imports. That's pretty not to have it, but I think it's nice to have a name. It's just for the name, you know, importing something. Import pass from OS. No, from OS import. From OS import path. And then you use it. There. I kind of want to have OS in there, but I'll have to do that. So it's nice. It understood what I wanted. So let's play that now. I say play because of the little cute triangle, right? And then we have a new little file. That should have a nice little name. Yeah, right. I think I put that as default. So name, description. So I forgot to add a new line after the name. But it is called location services 2 points. So new line after name. So deleting just to confirm that it really works. Not that we wouldn't have seen it anyway, right? So, oh, what's wrong with description? Buggy code. 1, 2, 3, 4, is it? It's just easier to run it than to there, indented as it should. Why are these indented ones more? They're not supposed to. Why didn't I see that before? So all of these needs, and I'm kind of thinking I'll delete that one. And that makes this so extra much when we can just \n here, or even 3 times as it was. So the script is actually shorter. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm tabbing in my calendar machine. Oh, mistake. There. Yeah, it's 1 line extra now. Just to. Should have split these up too. I think it's prettier. Why, stupid thing, would it want 2 there? I don't get it. I'm like, what happened? It did 2 again. So annoying. So, and then we of course do this. So I think it's more the only not the same thing is this F, and it breaks the indentation a little bit, but this also breaks it a little bit. So we could also do that if we wanted. But when I save it, no, it doesn't indent it. I kind of assumed that I had the pretty thingy on, but I haven't installed anything like that. So here, equals XML. Oh, right. That's the thing. So now we have to escape these. There. And also here. And I who did stuff to avoid escaping using slashes instead of backslashes in the past. Whatever. I think anyway it's prettier like this. It's more readable if you're a beginner. I think this would be easier to read if you never saw Python before. It's cleaner. So there. So you see that this one is a variable. That's why it's. Or we just do pluses instead. Just for readability's sake. There. Just for readability. I kind of think it's good. So run. Look at the output. Document is up here. We need a new line also here, 2 of them. So and then we have backslash n, backslash n, backslash n, backslash n. And at the end of this one we have a backslash n. Here we don't have a backslash n, so it would have been bad to. Do we want one up here? I don't think so. I think it's okay with this. So let's just run it. And look at it. Now we have KML document, and then a tag that ends, a tag that ends, and all the other tags end too. And I could have made this so we would need to scroll much longer with all the indentation opened. Placement, name, and so on. But why, right? So we have the name and the point, and all of those together are a place mark, not placement, place mark. Good. So now it's time to import it again. Just here. So I want this one to not to be expanded. I don't know how. By that add layer. And then we import, browse, and we do the second file. And it gives us location services 0.2. So if we remove, we put 1 on, and we put 2 on. They look very similar. So it is the same data. Okay. I was kind of thinking that it might be the same data, but well, now we know why the times are off, right? I think they work at the same place. So I want to check the next one. There's only 2? I wanted to see 3 or 4 or 5. There's no more location services. So it was just one data file. That's annoying. Well, we added something useful to the script. So if we go only to topics, tools, concepts. Oh, I'm removing stuff. Categories. Okay. So this is where I have to remove the types. So now we should have only blue. Okay, we have location services too. Oh, I tried this one. Oh gosh, I searched for this image. Oh. So we didn't check for the date on this one, but this is 21 there, so it's old. I kind of think he works at the same place. Oh, it didn't hop down yet, right? It did, must have. That's the place. This is going to be my first suggestion, which might be wrong, but he's there all the time. I think he sleeps there. Or they. So what if we convert the date data, time data? So what if we remove all the ones that are... Yeah, right, let's sort them in time order. Should we do that? Oh, it's the last ones that are... He's here all the time. Oh, look. I didn't see this. These are locked. Then they have just random data to make us confused. This is very random. Oopsie. So we're in the data that says here, right? So what if we click this one? What does this mean? How can I unclick it? Okay, I'm zooming again. It's actually giant panda Chinese restaurant, but it's one up. So what I want is for this not to be visible anymore. So let's just uncheck the whole thing then. Applebee's Grill plus Bar. This is obviously where it is. I thought there was more of these location services though. So we couldn't see this from just looking at the data. But with the script conversion, we got that. So, trail of breadcrumbs. In the beginning, can you find the Wikipedia org domain when the was first registered? Oh, so now we'll have use of our notes and of Kali. I don't remember though. Windows? Oh, it's not open. It's just that's the last thing. So let's go tools and info. That's recon. Like dig DNS recon. No, what is the best? Who is? Don't I have example? Yeah, so I think this is who is the one. Like, let's see. Creation date here, right? So we want to see this. So a little prompt. Who is Wikipedia.org? And the year in a certain format is a response here. So I think it's at the start. Creation date. This is the answer. So let's copy. So I kind of think they take very different amount of time. This was the same amount of points, right? But also, if I didn't know about these commands, right, it would have taken longer. So we shouldn't just do things, we should also learn things. Plain text offenders in early October in 2016. Headlines about exposed Apple ID password of chairman of the 2016 Hillary Clinton campaign appear in my newspaper. For the email address of the person. Apple ID password and 2016 October and password. Oh, it said 2016. Yeah, it's October. And there was a video there. The first look at Dave's closer look at it. No reply. I have to go back and check what on earth the question was. Email was the person who emailed him. Well, so we can waste a few tries if this is incorrect. No, because I didn't even read anything. This is not even the same theme, right? So, let's do one thing at a time here. Okay, we have this name several times. So his Apple ID password. You should become a podcast host if you hate, if that's your name, right? Will they say the password in here? My God, that's annoying. So that's the password, and that's the email. Or what? No, the one who emailed it. Okay. just in case. Mm. So, key research. Hi there. I recently signed a lease for an apartment, but the landlord seemed to be in such a hurry to leave the city, and they forgot to give me any of the keys. The flag in this challenge will be a number instead of the traditional MetaCTF flag font. Hi there. I recently signed a lease for an apartment, but the landlord seemed in such a hurry to leave the city that they forgot to give me any of the keys. After getting all the doors rekeyed, I found this device outside. It has a keyhole, but I don't have the key. What should the replacement key look like numerically? Linear access telephone entry. So key. This looks at something else. And it also doesn't have a keyhole. And let's delete it. There. This is also PDF. I hate PDFs. So no keyholes in this one either. Oh, it has a key lock, but it doesn't look the same, right? So I guess we continue looking at the, the manuals. There it is. So hardware features. Cabinet lock. Now I'm looking for the lock in this. It's a bit interesting. Generally, never saw this thing before. Hmm. Cool things. Change master password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What was the question? I thought it was a key number, right? Just wanted to double check that it's not a code. I think we have too many tabs up, right? What would the replacement key look like? And I mean, there's numbers on it, right? So we could also search for AE 100. Replacement key. Oh, we got code in there still. So this is the key number for those. We can also look at something. It's not like we care if there's one bad number in there, but that one says 165 something. So the number I had was this. And I'm thinking this is what they mean, not that the number on it. Part number. Let's try the part number. Yeah, it's just the part number. Location services 2. Oh, it's already. We should F5. I'm like, we did that already. And now we're just doing reconnaissance. But I think I did all of those. No, I didn't. I don't know why it wasn't in all of. But this one is tricky. I don't know. Should we like go all again? Oh gosh. Click? No. And this one is. There. And let's just F5 just to be sure. And I'm kind of thinking I don't want to do only at the top, right? Let's just we have things to play with. So I haven't done any that is 825 points. What is purple, by the way? Forensics. I found this old VM sitting around zip file. I stopped using it because it was pretty sure it got hacked, and I didn't want to bother cleaning it up. Unfortunately, I seem to have forgotten all the credentials. Could you see if you could get back in? There's a flag in it for you sitting on the desktop. There's something phishing going on with users. Get to the bottom of it. A piece of malware is in this VM, has been keeping track of passwords. Figure out how to tell me what Steve's old one was. Solving this problem will involve multiple layers of investigation requiring skills in forensic reverse engineering and cryptography. So that's why it's 825 points there. There's quite a leap. This is actually three challenges. So the bit that reverse engineering here, I'm thinking that maybe we should save that one. Do some others first. Why is 6 scared of 7? If you can get this up to execute shell code and give it a flag, the binary has been patched to run with this libc and yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm a little bit tired. Actually, I think I will delete this because it was quite big. And we're not doing it right now anyway. Maybe I should keep going from the top. I don't know what yellow is. Super shrink. Yeah. I don't know. It's almost 20. We've been streaming for 5 hours approximately. Maybe we should do something else on this. I don't want to have no of the easy ones left. What? Looks like you found another version of secure login. You're able to find the correct password. I'm assuming this will be like some cryptic thingy. Oh! I see. It's compiled, and I don't know how to do that really. What's purple? Forensics. It's not like it's a bad thing to go from the easy ones to the hard ones and do the easy ones first. You learn stuff, but maybe we should check out the